The follow-up interview was to be conducted after the autopsy. Not necessarily set up, but it was to be conducted after the autopsy.
I apologize if I misspoke on that.
Sorry.
Was that interview recorded?
Yes, it was, audio and video.
And where did that interview take place?
Central Operations at the Orange County Sheriff's Office.
Your Honor, may I approach the witness what's been marked for identification as states S and shown to the defense?
You may.
Ma'am, I'm showing you what's been marked for identification as states S. Tell me, do you recognize that disc?
Yes, I do.
And tell us, what is this disc?
This is the follow-up interview conducted on February 25th, 2020 at Orange County Central Operations with the defendant, Sarah Boone.
And does it fairly and accurately represent the interview that took place between yourself and the defendant?
Yes,
And is that your initials on this disc?
it is, yes.
And you had an opportunity to review it prior to coming to court today?
Yes.
Your Honor, at this time, I'd like to move what's been marked for identification as states S into evidence.
The only objection is from the previous pretrial issues.
The state will, or court will receive an evidence that was pre-marked as states S over objection as states exhibit 20.
Your Honor, request permission to publish.
Momentarily. Members of the jury, I have an instruction to read to you before the exhibit 20 is published to you. Members of the jury, you are about to view and listen to a video recording. The court instructs you that the recording has been edited to eliminate irrelevant portions that would not add to your understanding of the case. The fact that the recording has been edited should not concern you in any way and must not impact the way you view, listen to, and consider this evidence.
Sure. So obviously,
This is at the police station now.
You received his autopsy. So I'm going to read you your rights again because we have to talk about that. And since I'm talking about the incident, we just have to do it. Just like we did yesterday.
She's getting Miranda again.
Remember I read you the rights? Your rights? Yeah. So it's the exact same thing, but since I'm asking you follow-up questions, I need to read them to you, okay? All right. So you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say may be used against you in court. You have the right to talk to a lawyer before and during questioning without charge. If you cannot afford a lawyer and want one can be provided for you before questioning without charge. Has anyone threatened you or promised you anything to get you to talk to me? No. And do you understand what I just read you? Yes. Perfect. Okay. So this morning we went to
And let me just say one thing. The cops are trained to read that in a way that it sounds innocuous. And it's not a mistake that the young girl attorney is the one that reads that and not the guy, right? Who's like listening and backing this up and cooperating and acting as a secondary witness, right? You can see how they make it sound really innocuous. They don't pause and they're not like, you have the right to get to an attorney. Do you want an attorney? Wait for you to respond, right? They don't do that. They just blaze right past that part. And once again, I'm not trying to defend Sarah Boone. I'm trying to say this is what, as when you're on the other end of this, you need to be very cognizant of that.
And we were informed of some injuries that he has by the doctor. So I want, so he's got scratch marks to his back. I know that. Okay. And it's called a contusion. Do you know what a contusion is? So like basically you're getting hit and then you get a mark from it. You'll get bruising. Like someone hit you or something like that. It's called a contusion. So he had some injuries to his left shoulder. He had a cut near his lip. We could see his mouth was a little.
Yeah, these cameras, this is the government, guys. This is the government in 2022.
Okay, so I don't know. And he's notorious for running into the wall or the halter.
They're filming on literally a brick.
Okay. What about the scratches? Because there's also sex. Yes. Okay. Because there's also like
Sex scratching.
like a scratch on like the back of his neck. like kind of like going, but it's like going straight across.
I have no idea what that's from.
And they're all recent, like they occurred recently. It wasn't something that occurred post or that occurred a week ago, 2 days ago, 3 days ago. They definitely occurred, the night leading up to when it was.
In all honesty, we have not gotten into it.
Okay.
That's why, like, the only thing I thought you guys were gonna ask me about, which I was gonna be honest with you anyway, are scratch marks on his back.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else, I have
You
no idea
pull in
what
the
it is.
chat.
No idea what it is. Nonetheless, I've had my son over the house too, so,
But your son was there when? When was he last there?
gosh.
Remind me,
Scratches.
he was there like last Tuesday?
I don't know if it was Tuesday, but yes, he was there last week, so.
Well, we're talking about Sunday. We're just talking about what occurred Sunday. Because like I said, the injuries they occurred within that time period.
So you're talking about day before yesterday?
Sunday leading into Monday. You called us yesterday at 1, but the incident, you guys were painting and stuff the night prior.
Correct.
So we're talking about Sunday, and then
That's
it's
why
Monday.
I'm thoroughly confused, because we had a good time sitting on the back porch, having wine, and smoking a couple of cigarettes, and then decided to go inside and literally paint, do puzzles, and play, and listen to music. That's why nobody got out of sorts. This is what's mind-blowing to me. Like, I have no clue. Nobody laid a hand on anybody.
He also had, like on the left side of his forehead, he had basically bruising, and on like his head and skull,
I have no idea.
as if something hit him.
I
Consider
have not
that force
touched him.
trauma.
She
I
didn't
have not
touch him.
touched him.
She
I have
didn't
not
touch
touched
him
him.
at all.
Tell me, we'll both know. I have not touched him.
Yesterday, when we took photographs of your overall body, and they did the buccal swab, did they go under your fingernails?
No,
Okay, are you willing to let us
absolutely.
swab underneath your fingernails?
Go for it.
Well, yesterday it made it sound like you guys were just drinking
Yes,
like
Val said
a glass or
inferred she
two,
found
like,
some
yeah, you
blood in her alcohol
obviously had the
stream.
bottle, but you told me on you told me on recording, like, that you were not drunk, he was not drunk, you guys were having a good time.
I can't get drunk. Number one, I do.
She can't physically get. Sorry, I have to stop because this is so ridiculous. She's now. Do you guys see how her? We'll catch up quick, but do you see how her testimony is immediately contradicting what not only she just said the other day, but now what she's saying now? So she's now contradicting herself, not just day to day, but also with her own defense. It's a complete undermining of her side. So let's listen to this. So we know legally how drunk she was. So now she's asked, how many glasses of wine do you have? Let's see what she says.
I mean, I don't know if you poured any out, yes.
No, that was from previous.
You said that there was a half bottle left
Yeah, that was
over.
fresh.
Mm-hmm. And then, that you had wine, I don't even know how'd you guys get the wine for Sunday?
I'm guessing he went to Publix.
Does he like leave the house and you stay home, or do you go to Publix? Like, cause I
Sometimes
know,
I'll go with him.
okay. Did you go with him Sunday to
No.
Publix?
So most of the time what happens is, because the convenience store where we get cigarettes is here, and then Publix literally is cattywampus to it.
Okay.
So what he'll do is he'll start, go by Publix, and then on the way back, catch the convenience store.
Okay.
So
Is that what you did Sunday?
I'm guessing that's what he did, because next thing I know, he's walking in with bottles.
Okay.
So that's,
Okay.
it's him trying to be nice, so I don't have to go out and do it. Plus, there's stuff that are around the house that I had to take care of. So that's usually what will happen. Or I'm folding laundry, and he'll go run out and do whatever.
So, where were you guys
It's
at on drunkenness, not drunkenness on Sunday? You told us you weren't drunk.
No, I was not drunk.
Right.
I was not drunk.
So, okay. Okay. So now we have a statement. I was not drunk, and you can objectively evaluate based on just the legal limit of BAC what you were at.
Probably doesn't last very long.
It used to last a lot longer than that, I don't know what happened.
Okay. Let me just grab something.
No, I was just simply asking because, you had a look on your face when she asked you if you've ever done that before. You looked kind of shocked and,
No,
okay, but why did you say it like that? Like,
I don't think you all understand who I am, where,
well, tell me.
I mean, I've always been a straight A student. I am an outstanding mother to my son. I excel at everything.
Okay, okay. If you're going to psychologically profile people, that statement she just made is one of the most like saying you excel at everything when you clearly are that is probably one of the most telling statements. I excel at everything.
That is narcissism, narcissistic personality disorder. Yeah, big time clutch to beat personality trait there.
She is not drunk. She's okay. She's totally sober, right? No problems with her. That's a huge fucking red flag. That's a Tiananmen Square right there. Someone who just says it that way, straight up. I excel at everything. Let me tell you real quick. Nobody excels at everything.
It's that long?
2 minutes.
No, that's-
For everything you done to me. Fuck you.
And he's watching him. Look, he's
That's
watching
you.
him.
Stupid.
See, real quick. See this? So these two, this is a very interesting tactic. It's why they do tag team, right? He's watching her. See? He's observing her. And she's the one who's kind of leading him in there. That's why they do this tag team.
That's my name. Don't wear it up. Yeah, that's when you do me, show me.
I don't want to watch it, please.
Last time we talked to you, you had said that you put him in the suitcase, you had two fingers hanging out. You
I
went to
flipped
bed.
him over. I flipped him over, and that's where it was.
So now she's contradicted herself because she said she never touched him. So now she just said she flipped him over. But remember, before in both her other interview and this one, she said never touched him.
There's two different videos and a still picture where, yeah, it shows you flipping in the different positions and him saying that he can't breathe and you saying, fuck
So
you.
this is upside down. So in order for him to have gotten into it,
It was flipped up.
right, it was flipped up normal.
Yeah.
Like as if you're packing something. So this is upside down.
Guys, they're just killing me right now.
So this image is upside down, and then this small video that occurred 11 minutes later is flipped over the other way, closer to your dining room table.
Okay.
Now, he's obviously still in there. So he didn't, how did it go from the back to the front?
I flipped it.
Okay, so now she's admitting it. So now she's saying she touched him, she flipped it. So now she's been caught. She's changing her story, right? So notice how this is really fucking her.
My plan was not to go upstairs and go to sleep.
And that's yeah, she's trying to walk
Well,
it back
that's
really
what he
fast,
did.
Yeah.
But not
but she
intentional.
waited until the video
No, you
before
told
she
me you
did
went
that.
upstairs because
But
you were
Stop
getting ready for bed.
stop here.
Okay, but
Works here.
show me where you can see any fingers coming out, because they're at the end.
It's, and his head's right here.
Mm-hmm.
So going like this, rather than going all the way up, it's like this.
But why is he saying I can't breathe, and why is he pushing on it as if he can't get out?
And it doesn't show a hole.
There's no hole, there's no fingers, I don't see his fingers, there's no hole.
Oh,
I don't
it's gonna
know what
get
you want
bad
me to
right
tell you.
here.
I
This is
don't
where
know
everything
what
falls
you want me
apart.
to tell you.
I'm just showing you, I'm just telling you what we see and what we've heard from the
I
other video.
understand. I understand.
He's begging for you to let him out. You're laughing in the beginning, and then in the end, it sounds kind of like
No, it's not malicious.
Well, saying fuck you,
It's not malicious. Well,
like if I were to tell
oh, like
my
he does. Like, I get told everything by a white woman, so. Like,
No, I'm just trying to show you a video that you no longer want to watch because you probably don't want to know the outcome of how and what you said.
well, I know what,
You know what's on that video now?
No.
You remember making that video?
oh,
Why don't you remember making the video?
probably because we had been drinking.
But you
Oh,
weren't
so
drunk.
now she's remember, she just no less than like 15 minutes ago, she testified that she was sober. And now she's saying she doesn't remember the video because she was drinking. Like, let's understand how bad this is. She's sober here, right? So she's
Also, another
sober.
little body language thing. Notice how her hands are in the surrender position and down in front of her.
And by the way, some of the standard says if they can make you fit for trial with medication, that's good enough. So if they can give you drugs or do something to make you fit for trial, that's good enough. To make you not insane, to fix you, that's good enough. And yes, this is
I went
law.
upstairs and I just did, like, we were playing, and then, like, I thought it was, my plan was not to go upstairs and go to sleep. My plan was not to, he'll be up here any minute.
But you willingly went upstairs and went to sleep. No one forced you to go upstairs and.
My plan was also to leave him in the suitcase,
So why didn't you take him out?
because I went upstairs, and then I fell asleep.
But why didn't you consciously think he's asking to come out? we
I
can't
didn't do it
breathe.
intentionally.
What do you think is gonna happen if you leave somebody in a confined space like that?
Well, I thought by not giving it up all the way, it would be okay. My plan was not to leave him in the
And what was
suitcase,
the plan?
waiting for him to come upstairs.
And then when you did it?
I fell asleep.
You said you were up there 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, somebody not coming up.
Knowing that the last time you saw him was in the suitcase, 30 minutes later, you're like, maybe I should go check on him, maybe I shouldn't.
No.
When you, that didn't cross your mind because
That's
it
like,
didn't happen.
that's like an
Yeah,
assumption.
someone wouldn't
Like, that's what's
comprehend
thinking.
what they did is wrong and why it's wrong. There would be no rationalization.
So sorry, the test for insanity in Florida is under the McNaughton rule, which the literal language is you have to prove you had a mental disease or defect at the time of the crime that both prevented you from understanding your actions and understanding right and wrong. So that is an extreme standard which she does not meet, right?
There was obviously something in your head that you were thinking of when he was asking to be let out. You were like, no.
Again, it's the boy calling wolf.
Okay, but where's
She
the
just called him the boy crying wolf.
Really?
Yes, she just said that.
game in? You say this is a game, you got.
Obviously, like, the wrong way.
So what was your intentions for leaving him in there?
And it's not fair. It's not fair. You guys are trying to, again, oh, he's in there. Night, night.
I don't think your boyfriend thought it was very fair either.
No.
That's absolutely what happened.
Intentionally.
How's it not? You got up off the couch, walked up a flight of stairs, and got in your bed.
Thinking he was going to get out.
And he didn't, and you still didn't go down
And
there.
it's the whole 30-minute thing that you guys are trying to do, whatever. It's like, for all I know, it's 10 minutes.
He's begging for his life, telling him he can't breathe.
I don't know what you want me to tell you. Like, I don't. I didn't intentionally mean for this to happen. But you
Then what
did
did you-
tell us
That's
why.
not, remember, so here's the thing. A lot of people think murder and they think criminal means you have to intend for it to happen, right? So the thing is here is that she misunderstands the law. This is why you need a lawyer. She thinks, oh, well, I didn't intend it to happen, therefore I'm not a criminal. You don't need to have specific intent. Criminal negligence is enough, right? Like in its case, it's the depraved mind. It's a lack of concern for human life, a disregard for human life. So this is where she, as a non-lawyer, doesn't know that what she is saying is literally the definition of second-degree murder. She's describing second-degree murder is in terms of what she did, or at least manslaughter, right? At a minimum.
Detectives getting heated.
They're the law. They can make those
Yeah.
assumptions.
That's
They're
not fair,
fucking
Captain.
dumb.
We only had 3 bottles in the back.
There was a hole in the suitcase. I insisted from the hole with one finger.
Well, the damn hole didn't do him no good, did it?
But you
Whoa.
know,
Dude, this guy is not having it. The damn hole
So
didn't
they're
do anything
pushing right
for
now
him.
because they're becoming more
Bro.
animated. He's
Bro,
rocking it.
Hold on.
That's
All
what I
right.
mean. It's like you can see he's getting really agitated, and he's starting to, use damn and stuff like that. So I was like, yeah.
There you go. Nice pull.
No, he's not getting agitated. He's matching her agitation. This is an interrogation tactic.
Gotcha.
And they're good cop, bad cop. So now I know that she's kind of getting a little bit more emotional, but this is definitely good cop, bad. He's always been bad cop. He was silent in the beginning. Now he's activated. So now it's his turn, right? This is literally the like almost textbook good cop, bad cop, right? Almost textbook.
The video has been pushing up. If he could push it open, why wouldn't he have gotten out himself? Why would he beg you to open it?
Tell you he can't breathe.
Okay.
If someone can do something for themselves, they're gonna do it. They don't need assistance unless they need assistance.
So, but why would he start doing it?
Because he couldn't, because it was all the way zipped.
Okay. It wasn't. I intentionally didn't do it. That I intentionally did not do.
Well, you didn't intentionally do what?
Zip it all the way. He nor I, nor. That's why
You
this.
two didn't lay hands on each other.
No. No. I don't have anything.
You're right.
He doesn't. Whatever that is, whatever this, whatever
He
it is.
does.
See, this is what happened. It's not fair that you guys, just because he has those, automatically blame it on me. Like,
Well,
We're
what
not
about
making
when you had your injuries and he gets arrested? Is that not fair?
really? Like, really?
Exact same thing. He
Really?
has- He has injuries. You have injuries.
Objection.
What does
That is
mean?
entirely fair.
I don't
but-
have any injuries.
Correct.
Because he and I have not been at it with one another.
So every time that you guys fight, you both hit each other? So you should have probably
No.
gone to jail all those times that he went to
No.
jail for domestic?
Well, the one time I did.
See, this is actually going to Florida law. Florida law is one of the states, like many other states, that has mandatory arrest. When you call somebody for a domestic dispute or any sort of domestic type charge, they've got to take somebody away. So what they're saying is here is that a lot of the time they were hauling away this other guy when she was calling and getting him thrown in jail. But she's literally admitting that she was the one who should have been put in jail these other times. There's another admission, right? Also, welcome back, Jenny.
People have different personalities after they consume alcohol.
It depends. It's like, well,
Because you're sober now, so sober you,
Nice.
what about you?
not, it's both of us. It's both of us. And it's not fair that you all are assuming that the marks that he has on him are from me.
We asked you where they came from.
I have no idea.
You literally said they were sex marks. She said they were sex marks earlier. Well, at least some of them, not the one behind the head, but she said other scratches were sex marks. So now the story's changing.
Nobody else was there, so nobody else.
I have no idea. I swear I did not lay a hand on him,
You just zipped them in the back.
nor he.
You just zipped them in the back. And then you flipped the bag around several times.
I didn't do that intentionally.
But what about doing it to protect
No,
yourself?
why would I do that?
Well, you
Good
told us
question,
you
you
did.
did.
When he was upside down.
Right.
But you had to put them outside.
You can't get in a suitcase upside down because
Oh my
when
God.
you put the
See,
stuff
that's
in,
the
where's the
unfortunate,
body?
that's unfortunately, nobody else was there. That's the
We have a
unfortunate
video
thing.
showing the suitcase in several different positions. So, it shows, one, like she just said, it had been on its back with the lid open for him to get in there, you just zip it up. Then it shows it on the other side with him in it, so you had to flip it to there. Then there's another video where it's on its back again, so you had to.
I'm leaving it like this, please. I'm leaving it like this. I did not intentionally do this. No malicious intent or effort was towards this. No malicious.
I would say something that helps you sleep, but you're not sleeping, so.
I mean,
Last night, I
No
maybe got an
malicious
hour.
intent or ever was towards it. This is the sentence of a normal person.
And the jury's going to remember that because like they're going to be told the legal instruction that this does not require in that level of premeditation. It doesn't require malicious intent. It requires just a depraved mind, which is a lower standard, and a disregard for human life. So this is about the end. So this is probably where we're going to wrap here because it's getting to the end. We're getting to the fingernail.
When you come back and I ask about it. So what?
Just don't understand.
So it
I don't
was.
understand how your story changes so much to the fact
How
that.
is it changing? Please help me explain. Understand.
You went on about how this was such a playful thing and you guys were laughing, and it probably was for a few minutes, but then it obviously changes. The whole demeanor of this whole situation completely changes. It's not the funny, laughing matter. He's not laughing at all.
I didn't think he was being serious.
You absolutely sound serious.
I
You're
didn't think
answering.
so. Like, it just,
You don't think your voice, you sounded serious?
it's, okay. I don't know what you want me to tell you. It was a great day.
Okay.
It didn't end well,
I
obviously.
was gonna say it, I mean,
I can't explain to you. I can't explain to you how horrific it was
okay.
to find him. Horrific. Because I don't remember how horrific. I'm thinking he's
Why
in the
did she
bathroom.
say it like that?
I'm
It was
thinking he's
totally
down doing
horrific.
laptop.
You guys wouldn't believe it. Oh my
I
god.
can't find him.
Save me.
So what's gonna happen? Like,
Here's what gets me though, is you don't remember taking videos, you don't know where he is, you don't remember him being in the suitcase, and you're still telling me that you had your wits about you. How does somebody have their wits about him when?
See, that's the thing too, but you can clearly tell. You can clearly tell that I had been drinking some. You can clearly tell.
Back to drunk.
Several people that came up to me in that apartment complex said that you were drunk on a daily basis.
Oh my gosh, right,
Regularly.
right.
Dude, we have since I started playing this game, if this was a drinking game, I would need a doctor.
Because it's not,
These are your neighbors, the ones that live next to you. Your property manager does not live next to you. They see you every day. How many
I'm
you
not a
had?
nice person.
What are your questions?
Yep.
Can I help you?
Who's coming?
Did you finger nails?
Yeah, you said that we said.
And you don't have to allow us to do it, just so you know, so don't take that.
I don't have a problem.
Just make sure.
So, am I getting my phone back?
After that.
What about losing his laptop?
After that.
What does that mean?
We're still going through
Oh,
everything.
that's fine.
You're the one just telling us there's videos that we need to see on it, so we need
That's
to do our
fine.
due diligence that we go through everything.
Oh, this
See,
means
and that
time's up.
backfires on me now, too,
Time's up,
because
time's
now you all think that I had even more, in quotes, intent to do what I did then, which was not intentional. In that, is that correct?
And here it's like, you know, the saying, a lady doth protest too much. The reason that, which makes me actually believe that, you know, really listening to this testimony, and I will get into this after she finishes, we're about to finish here, but the more she says intent, the more I believe she indeed did have intent, and that was her intention. Right now, remember, they don't have to prove that. They do not have to prove intent. But the more she says it, the more it makes me believe she indeed actually had intent to kill him, and that her intention was to kill him the entire time. Because why are you going back to this? Like, they're not prompting her. Remember, she says that intentional stuff unprompted. That's her choice of words, not theirs. So to me, analyzing this video, this just looks like she indeed does have intent because she's fighting this so vigorously.